Hi, this is Will with My Spiritual Clarity. Today's video, I'm inside. Outside, it's dreary, rainy, windy. So my usual videos, you'll see I'm in the forest, but today I'm inside. Today is about clutter and what does clutter have to do with your business, specifically when it comes to your visibility, your willingness to put yourself out there, your willingness to be seen, to be all of you out in the world. So I'm so excited, on June 3rd, today is May 1st, and on June 3rd, I'm partnering with Carrie Thomas to put on a Clear Your Clutter workshop. And we're going to do both the practical steps to clear your clutter, either in your physical house or in your business, your computer, your email inbox, or some other aspect of your business, and the energy work that needs to be done so that the clutter doesn't come back. And I've been looking forward to this for 3 years, I think it is. She and I first talked about it, and now it's happening. I'm so excited. It's also a unique format where we do 1 hour together first. You have a 2-hour break to go and do the work and actually clear the clutter, and then an hour to come back and we work out the problems or the issues that you might have had so you really can have continued success. So I'm very excited. So today's video is about that. My thoughts on what does clutter have to do with your visibility, your ability to be seen out in the world. So in my work and in my experience with now I forget how many hundreds of healers all over the world and coaches and therapists, but clutter is always about, I'm going to say excuse. It's an excuse, but I don't mean that in the negative. You're making an excuse and you shouldn't ever make excuses. Excuses have a place. I don't think that excuses are necessarily bad, as long as we can recognize them as an excuse and say, oh, is that really important to me, or is it just hiding something else? So in the example of clutter, usually we say something like, oh, my closet's all cluttered or my desk is all cluttered and I don't want it to be. Or rather, it's all cluttered, my desk is all cluttered, and so I have to go do that before I make my video to send to my list, or before I write my book, or before I whatever it is. Or, well, I can't be a transformational coach or healer when, my garden is all cluttered and a mess. Like, what kind of a healer would have a messy garden? I have to go take care of that first so that I'm in integrity, and then I can go and make my video. Then I can go and write my book, whatever the visibility project is for you. And so I'm here to say and to suggest and to lovingly point out that your clutter, whatever the clutter is, whatever the mess is, whatever the mess in your life or business is, it's actually an excuse. It's not the real thing. Yes, we want to have our desk be clear. Yes, we want to have our garden all together. Gardening's on my mind because it's spring here in Nova Scotia. Yes, we want to do all those things, and we can, but it's not a this or that. We have to find a way to make it I'm sure this is a cliche for you at this point, but change all the buts to an and. I want to make my video, but my desk is a mess. I want to write my book, but my relationship is a mess. Make it an and. And I'm sure you've heard before, but we're going to take this a layer deeper as well. So I want to write my book and my relationship is a mess. Oh, it's an and. Okay, well, I'm going to work on my book right now for an hour, and then I'm going to go talk to my spouse, and we're going to get this sorted out. Or I'm going to make this video right now, and then I will go clean up my garden. Or maybe it'll have to wait even later. It's not going to be right away, but it's still an and. So that's the first step, is change the but to an and. And that part I'm sure you've heard before. So now energetically, what is this all pointing to? Well, why did you make why did you make the clutter in the first place? Here's the energetic tool of today. What is the clutter keeping you safe from? What is the mess keeping you safe from? As long as you are making a mess in your relationship, or as long as your relationship is a mess, so we'll just pretend it's the other person's fault. They're making my relationship a mess all the time. It's not me. What do you never have to deal with? What are you safe from? So I saw this when I was beginning my energy healing practice, and it was close to the time when we moved into this house about 5 years ago. And I realized that as long as I was doing the dishes, so as long as the kitchen was a mess and I had to do the dishes first, I didn't have to deal with the really emotionally challenging work of putting myself out there, offering free sessions, booking free sessions, and then doing amazing work such that those people would book me for paid work. As long as the kitchen was a mess, as long as I had to do that first, I didn't have to do all that icky, uncomfortable, challenging visibility work. So it took some negotiating in my relationship and in my life and with myself, but also with my wife to say, honey, for the next while, the kitchen's not going to be as clean as it has been. I'm not going to do the dishes in the middle of the day. I'm going to wait until the evening once the workday is done, and then I will do the dishes. So I'm still technically going to do them every day. It's just going to be after dinner. It's going to be later for the next, I forget what I said, month, 2 months, or maybe I didn't give a time frame, I forget. But just that I'm not going to do it in the middle of the day. You cannot count on me for that anymore. So what do you never have to deal with as long as you have that mess in your life or in your business? So write that out. Put it in the comments below if you're super brave. And mark on your calendar, June 3rd, we've got the Clear Your Clutter workshop with Carrie and myself. It's a Saturday. More details to come. If you want to make sure that you get the information on that, because it's going to be limited. I think we're going to take maximum 20 people. Don't quote me on that right now, but it's going to be capped. And it's not super expensive either. I think we're looking at like $100, something in that area. Details to be confirmed. But if you want the advance notice for that, please let me know in the comments or send me an email at will@myspiritualclarity.com. Have an amazing day. Like this video, subscribe, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye for now.